Hi everyone. I wanted to do a video tonight. It's late in the evening, and you'll probably get a lot of videos. Yeah, I'm very tired. You're probably going to get a lot of videos of me towards the end of the night, no makeup, not done up, because I want to be able to share in real time. There are a lot of challenges that I see people that are married to people that are struggling with bipolar disorder, and there's specific events that are really challenging, and I'm going through those events in real time, so I want to be able to share with you also in real time in case you're going to go through the same thing. This last weekend we moved, and if you've been married to someone with bipolar, then you already know that big changes in lifestyle is very jarring for your bipolar spouse. And we definitely went through a lot. My husband doesn't take psych meds, so he manages with diet, exercise, and he does take sleep medication, amitriptyline, which is also an antidepressant. But he's not on a lot of medication, so it's important for his lifestyle to be consistent. And moving was very, very challenging. Very challenging. My mom was moving with us as well, so we had all of our belongings and hers and the cats. So we had a 26-foot truck that had to be loaded up, and it was packed from front to back. And my husband is strong physically, so he was able to handle the majority of the physical work, but I was definitely right there with him. So I felt really grateful that, you know, he struggles with short-term memory loss since there was a bipolar, I guess I call it a breakdown. I don't know if that's the right word. A few years ago, and it really affected his short-term memory. So here we are moving, and what needs to happen when you're moving? You're in a hurry. You're moving. Everything's moving fast. So I'm shouting directions all day long. You know, grab that box, put that back, grab the tape, move the truck. And his mind is just turning, the wheels are burning, trying to absorb the direction and be able to follow through. You know, he's not good at multitasking, much less remembering 4 or 5 tasks at once. So, needless to say, it was a very challenging move for us. By the time we did get moved into the new place, he was really maxed out. His moods were fluctuating all over the place. He was feeling attacked by me and my mom. I was seeing really a lot of bipolar symptoms flaring up. Moods, temperament, tantrums, you know. And then once we actually kind of got him into his own space with his computer and his game and his bed and his things, he started to calm down. So I just want you to know that if you've gone through a situation where you've had to move, or you've had a sudden change of lifestyle, and your bipolar spouse is not being very supportive, is falling apart, is acting selfish, is throwing tantrums, that's all kind of par for the course. And it's important that you, as the spouse, have to really, really stay grounded and centered and keep your eye on the goal, which is, for us, it was to get moved. So I had to just keep going back to, this is our priority. We need to get moved, and try not to put my focus on him, like, hey, you need to knock it off, you need to get it together. Every time I went on the attack, he just crumbled and disappeared. So I had to keep pulling back, because I was under pressure to get it done, and therefore he was under pressure to get it done. I know it's challenging, you know. We have to be different than every other kind of wife out there. You can't just make demands on your husband in the way that other women can get away with. you know, and I know a lot of times that feels like you're walking on eggshells, but really, if you can find a way to just stay on task, and if you can't get your spouse to perform with the task that you have in front of you, then you're gonna have to renegotiate. And what I had to do a couple times was realize that he's going into fight or flight mode. He's going into survival mode because he feels like he's losing his space, you know? The new space wasn't created yet, so he got lost somewhere between losing his previous space and not settled into the new space. Does that make sense? So I guess I'm just going to wrap that up there and tell you that consistency is very important for your bipolar spouse. So if you can get a routine down where your spouse has their own space to maybe play on the computer or a video game or some TV time, but something that it's just your spouse's space, that will help him check out, him or her, kind of check out from the obligations that your spouse wants to be a part of, but the emotional overwhelm can cause them to go into a rebellious place where, like, this is not working for me, I'm not going to do this. Then they start attacking and bullying. So you kind of have to get them in a safe space and a little bubble and just let them decompress. Okay, so that's my tip for today from Temple, author of Whoops, I Married a Bipolar. So if you would like to connect with me, you can find me on my Facebook page, Temple's World, and I'm happy to support you in any way. If you need to know some tips and tricks, please reach out to me on Facebook. Okay, blessings to you. Stay conscious.